Welcome once again to a very late, but here, Atifex Talent Spotlight. I'm going to stop monthing these, I think. This will just be the Atifex Talent Spotlight for this period, undefined times and dates. With me today is Sergeant Nathan. Hello.
What are you talking about? It's me, Kermit B. Peterson, here to talk about my latest book.
Oh, the Red
One
Skull.
New Rule for Life. You want a sample?
What's your one new rule for life? Breathe?
Clean up your gosh darn bathroom. I mean, there's a reason they call it the porcelain throne. I mean, if you can't respect your own throne, who else is going to respect it? I mean, I don't want to see those doo-doos when I see your bathroom. I mean, you got to clean up your bathroom. You got to have some self-respect. But seriously, hello. My name's Sergeant Nathan.
Strong intro. You don't clean your bathroom?
I do clean my bathroom.
I should hope so. I hope everyone watching cleans their bathroom.
When I see the doo-doo stains, especially. I'm like, I can't even live with myself. I gotta show some self-respect.
Sergeant Nathan, good hygiene, good intro. So, who are you and what is it that you do?
Well, I'm a man of many talents. What I do for a living, I guess you could summarize it all. Both hobbies and work would be a strategist. So yes, paradokis are even part of that. A large part of that expertise is in the IT field. Fixing problems and making sure they don't happen in the first place.
I see. Sorry, paradocalist?
Paradocalist.
I'm
a paradocalist. I'm a vocalist that does parodies. Yes.
Paradocalist.
I'm a paradocalist.
I like it. All right. Perfectly serviceable.
And what does a paradocalist do? Paradokis, which is a karaoke that's been parodied.
Right, that's what I thought I heard. So my brain's a little bit mixed
And
up.
people often ask me to record the paradokis, which kind of then not makes it a paradoki.
Makes it a parody.
It makes it, yeah. Weird Al was one of my earlier inspirations. Like all my family would just, on these road trips, would just start parroting songs that we'd hear on the radio. I thought, that sounds like it might be fun to do it outside of just my family.
So, what was the first song you parodied?
It was in VR chat or just in life?
In life.
I would probably have to say it was probably Fat. Bad. Which Weird Al did as Fat. And so me and my brother would also just, if we didn't actually do the lyrics for Fat, we might make it into something else that rhymes with Fat or Bad. So that was really the first Weird Al song I was exposed to. So that was probably the first one I actually tried swapping out lyrics to.
Out of everything that you have created, what has been your favorites to date?
If we're talking paradokis, right?
Yes, your paradokis.
Okay, I think one of my favorites is, I think I'd have to bring it down to a couple here. So one is the Pirates of Penzance, just because of the sheer amount of time I spent on it to nail down the cadence, the lyrics. And the other one, I know Leroy loves it, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. Her name is O'Neill. I have a dream about her. She drops a peel right through the manhole cover. Oh, how she rocks. Recycles that box. But she doesn't know who I am. And she doesn't give a damn about me, 'cause I'm just a teenage ninja turtle. Yeah, I'm just a teenage ninja turtle. Listen to Master Splinter, baby, with me. Ooh. her boyfriend's a dick. He fights with a hockey stick and I'd simply kick his ass if he knew the truth. I live on his block, but under the sidewalk. But he doesn't know who I am, and he doesn't give a damn about me, 'cause I'm just a teenage ninja turtle. Yeah, I'm just a teenage ninja turtle. Listen to Master Splinter, baby, with me. Ooh. Oh yeah, turtle. No, she doesn't know where she's pissing. Oh yeah, turtle. No, she doesn't know where she's pissing. Man, I smell like mold. It's a calm night, I'm lonely, lo and behold. She's walking over to me, this must be fake. My shell starts to shake. How does she know who I am? And why does she give a damn about me? I've got 2 pizzas with extra cheese now, baby. Come eat with me now, don't say maybe. I'm just a filthy, furry baby like you. Ooh. Oh yeah! Turtle! No, she doesn't know where she's pissing. Oh yeah! Turtle! No, she doesn't know where she's pissing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles getting peed on in the sewer by April O'Neil. And what was that about furries? We're not furries. We're smooth-skinned. We're turtles. What's wrong with you, April? just because I can get the wheezy voice down so well.
I don't. If I've heard it, I've forgotten it, and I feel like I wouldn't have forgotten it, so I have to conclude I've not heard it.
I might have to do that at the end.
Yeah, I had to do that. Yeah. So you were changing the lyrics of songs around your family to make them laugh. I'll tell you how this all got started.
Well, I mean, not just to make my family laugh. We would be laughing as a family.
Ah, so it's something your family did.
Yeah, that was a big takeaway I got from my dad. Was he was a very principled man, but he's also a very fun man to be around. If there ever was a balance between having fun within boundaries and not having the boundaries restrict the fun, but rather maximize the fun, my dad got pretty dang close to the ideal.
You mentioned Weird Al Yankovic because obviously whenever you mention changing the words to songs, he's going to be the first name to come up.
Oh yeah.
But is there anyone else who's influenced what you do?
Absolutely. So in VR chat, there were a couple from early on that was like, oh, they're changing the lyrics on the fly. Like someone comes up and they start just adapting the name to whoever's in front of them. Or there's 3 examples that come to mind. So one is Asian Styles. I noticed him pretty early on, and that was just a gas and a half. And then there was Malone Games. And then there was, who's the guy with the handholds? I forgot his name.
The guy with the handholds. Curry Shoes.
Curry Shoes.
Yes, the famous tip of "Don't fuck my handholds" came to mind. That's how.
Yes. Mm-hmm. When I just how he so subtly changed Creep we were he was in desktop mode, so all of us were in behind him and in front of him, taking our fingers and inserting them into
I'm gonna
his
go
handle.
find this clip now.
Oh, I still got it somewhere on my hard drive.
Of course you
and
did.
My private stash, and he just without skipping me, don't fuck my handholds or whatever. It's just, oh, it was so perfect. So yeah, those are the three that instantly come to mind. But there's been many just through this medium of VR chat, where because it's live interaction, how you can just on your feet, adapt lyrics, even if you're trying to be serious, and get a laugh, or get a jaw drop, or get some applause.
Yes,
Thank
Nathan has a plethora of buttons he's going to torment with me.
No.
Tonight.
The rest of them are assigned to songs right now.
Fair enough.
Just a random song starts playing.
So how do you choose what song you're going to parody?
It has to be a song that has some cultural relevance. If someone just goes, what is that from? Then it's just like, eh. So I've had a few friends ask, can I do such and such a song? And I'm like, I've never heard of that before. And so if I don't get anyone else, like I still might, there's this one I've been asked to do from Joji that I might eventually do if there's any more reference to it, or if he actually gives me the lyrics that he wants me to sing for him. You know who you are if you're watching this. It's got to really already be in people's heads, that hum the tune, and then just hearing the different lyrics. It's just like, There's sometimes where it goes reverse, where everyone else knows about it and I don't. Then I educate myself. So, for example, with Steven Universe, I've never watched it, and so often karaoke nights, people would be singing these karaoke versions of Steven Universe, and that only made me less want to watch Steven Universe.
Wow. That's a selling point.
So I'm like, but they keep doing it, so gosh darn it, I gotta listen to the song. So I listened to the song on YouTube. I'm like, oh, okay, that's an interesting ditty. So let's turn that into a parody. So my most recent one that I just did this past week was "It's Over, Isn't It?" You were fine with the men who would come into her stream now and again. You were fine 'cause you knew that their balls remain the color blue. You were fine with the game the simps all fought over some silly dame. What's with her shouting abuse? After all these years, she's losing all her views. You trolled her, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you troll her? You trolled her, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you troll her? You won, and she N-bombed, and she's reported, and she's gone. You trolled her, didn't you? Why can't you move on? Or in fury, chasing mentions, fusion, freedom, her attention. Out of daylight, your potential, bold, precise, drive her air mental. Who are you now in this world without her? Petty and dull with the nerve to troll her. What does it matter? It's already done. Now you're stuck here all in a stun. You trolled her, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you troll her? You trolled her, didn't you? Didn't you? Didn't you troll her? You won, and she N-bombed, and she's reported, and she's gone. You trolled her, didn't you? Why can't you move on? You trolled her, didn't you? Why can't you move on? Just the start part, like the just the initial idea, and it's so easy to talk about. In fact, I'd say this is the same for everyone. Is that initial just talking about a part to actually doing it and committing it to paper, or committing it to stone, or committing whatever format you're working in, but actually converting it from just the idea in your head to just actually start doing it. As they say, talk is cheap. But as soon as I start committing it to, well, a Word document, it starts flowing. Like I'll drag the lyrics, I'll Google the song lyrics, and I'll drag it into a Word document. It'll often start with the key hook or the key line, like something rhymes and it's humorous. And I'm like, okay, now I have to flesh that out. So once I take that, I actually commit to fleshing it out, I start doing that Word document, then it's easy from there.
So when you're not writing parody songs, what are you likely to be doing?
I'm often doing, in the larger scope of life, it's usually some form of IT work. It's all under the branch of a strategist. I'm not looking just to solve the problems. I'm looking at how to influence things, how to prevent them from occurring in the first place, and how to navigate them for those that are, well, unavoidable. That it's going to occur regardless. And so that has had a heavy focus in IT. Like when I joined VRChat back in late 2017, I had a vision for what I wanted to do. It got fleshed out over the years. How things have been happening, well, both behind the scenes and in the spotlight. There's not much I can do on the big scale, but I can still influence things on the individual level and help people navigate what's going on. And so the Paradokis have been a big part of that. I didn't want to just, I guess for the lack of a better term, talk shop, is talk about the serious stuff. Because life is not just about surviving, it's about living. And if you can't be grateful for something, you're gonna lose your meaning in life, and you're going to try to find it some way. I see so many things as drugs that aren't necessarily considered drugs in a lot of senses. So take, for example, sugar and refined flour and refined sugar. It's not in a traditional medical sense considered a drug, but in a biological sense, it is a drug. It has an effect. Well, it's more than addictive. The actual effect of refined flour and refined sugar is it interferes with the signaling that tells your brain that you're satisfied. And I performed experiments, at least on my own body. I haven't done mass experiments, but it lasts for about 5 minutes. And then when I realized that, I looked back throughout the rest of my life, and I realized I kind of noticed it all along. I just didn't connect the dots. I would, for example, be in McDonald's and I would eat a burger, and then I would be like, oh, I gotta have another one. Because the thing is just surrounded, like in a sweet bun. I'm just, gotta consume another one. And then I would go up, but if there's a lineup and I was waiting for a few minutes, I noticed by the time I got that it was my turn, I'd go to order the burger. I'm like, do I even want one now? I think I'm good, but I'm already in line. So I ordered the burger and I eat it anyway. I think I finally started hitting home at Subway one day, where I ordered a foot long, and I told myself I would only eat 6 inches, but you know how it goes. You start eyeballing other 6 inches, like, oh, I'm going to finish it off. But I got distracted and I just drank some water. I think I was reading something on my phone, and about 5 or 10 minutes passed. And then I looked at the other half. I'm like, I'm not really hungry. I can actually take this home. That memory kind of stuck until a few years later, when I looked at the scientific study about what's going on with refined flour and refined sugar and its actual effects on the brain. Like, I get it. There's a number of things I consider as drugs that people go to when they're not grateful, when they don't have something to celebrate. They're looking for some sort of escape or some sort of pain relief. And whether or not that's through alcohol or harsher drugs or, overeating. And like I mentioned, sugar and foreign sugar can be considered a drug. Whether it's through sexual means, through meaningless relationships, whether it's through RP, just trying to escape that way. It's instead of using these many things that can be used to celebrate, and that's what you've probably now connecting the dots. Now hearing this is what I'm trying to do each Friday night, is I want to re-establish the point of why you do a toast, why you drink. And it's not to just drown out a crappy life. It's to find the good and to celebrate it.
You're right. I was wondering where you were going with around the houses trip, but yeah, I can get in the point you mean. Essentially, do what is meaningful to bring it back to Peterson.
Yeah, you gotta find meaning. Oh wait, I lost the voice. I'm trying to do Freedom Tunes and Kermit and my
I thought I recognized it.
Mashing together.
Outside of your work and your parody writing, and clearly your YouTube consumption, what do you get up to?
I would say more than YouTube consumption, I've been trying to do more participation, although beyond just YouTube, alternative platforms like right now it's BitChute, but it might be Rumble, it might be the other ones, it depends. Is just trying to balance that fun part with the actual practical application part. So the practical application part can be fun, but if you don't actually do it, you'll never. It makes the celebration meaningless. For example, if I do a toast to old friends, coming together again, what about if you never put in the time to have those friends? That celebration is never going to have that full meaning. You can only vicariously try to get some meaning from someone else doing it. You could be a voyeur of positivity, but you're never going to taste it for yourself. The videos I'm doing now, because there's so many VR chat and whatever compilation videos. So I don't need to be another of those. So I'm doing my actual tips and tricks of that you'd normally not hear, and is not for the general masses. I finally sharing some of the psychological insights on my YouTube channel and my BitChute channel now of how to navigate the world. So I guess you could say I am sort of like a bit of a Jordan Peterson, but with a little bit more detail and insight as to the specifics of what's going on.
Oh, I have links in the description for people who want to check you out then. How did you come to find Atifex?
Through just a natural progression. So when I started out, I started hosting talent shows myself and ran into others like Matu and Papa Wagons and others along the way. And then I realized I didn't need to host those anymore. So I focused more on helping to prepare birthday parties than host the talent shows. And so that just I got to know Leroy, and then through Leroy yourself, and then it was either yourself or Leroy said, oh, you should join the Atifex Discord. So
final question of the night, is there anything out there that you want to say to any viewer, listener, observer, and where can we find you?
That's a 2-for-1. Well, so you can find me in Discord. You won't find me especially active in any one Discord outside of maybe Arnie's Arsenal. I've got so many different Discords going. I can't participate in them all. But you can still DM me through Discord. In fact, if there's anything I want to do, it's more of a a one-on-one with people and answer questions that way. Otherwise, if you just want to quote unquote watch, you'll see generally my performances through Atifex Friday nights, or a number of my other friends' streams, Chugga-Chew karaoke nights every 2 months, or on my YouTube. I will occasionally post a karaoke video, but otherwise my YouTube Sergeant Nathan, or in BitChute it is Nate's Brain. Yeah, I guess we can post links under the video.
Yeah, they'll be in the description. Quite happy to have the BitChute link for once. Should support some alt tech.
But yeah, as for what I'd like to share with anyone, I would say that the number one thing that people need in their life is gratitude. Is find the good and be grateful for it. Like, the universe doesn't revolve around you, okay?
That impression is so spot on. You choose Peterson.
Well, that's what I thought. I butchered too much. I'm gonna have to call it just Kermit Peterson. Kermit D. Peterson.
All right, with that, I think we'll call this Atifex Talent Spotlight to a close. As always, you can find the links to Sergeant Nathan in the description, as long as a link to Atifex. Come join us and join our events. Till next time, take care.
Bye-bye!
I just headbutted the mic.